good evening, everybody. This is our second group of the evening. My name is Nick Herbley. I'm the principal at Sturgis High School.
Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a la high school. Vamos a hacerlo bilingüe. Yo soy Sara Arreola, una de las directoras. I'm Mrs. Arreola, the assistant principal, dean of students.
So you're not getting your schedules today. You are not getting your locker numbers. Those things happen at Freshman Focus in the fall.
No van a recibir sus horarios hoy ni las combinaciones de sus lockers. Lo van a recibir en el otoño cuando hacen Freshman Focus.
So what you are going to do is get a tour of the building and various programs in the building, and you will walk around with a tour guide. There are tour guides standing around. We'll have you find your tour guide in a moment if you have not already. All right, Mr. Ferry right here, one of our special education teachers, has our drawing bucket. We're going to draw for 5 prizes. 4 cookies made by Miss Sarah Ebert. They're awesome, by the way. And then 1 gift card for Great Lakes.
We are going to go over some of the basics of the English language. These things are what we're going to cover in English 9. And hopefully when the kids leave, they are better communicators and they are writing appropriately, reading more, speaking better, and also listening better. Those are kind of the main points we hit in English. We bounce back and forth between a reading unit, writing unit. We do grammar like this every day. That's kind of a good warm-up we do. We do read quite a bit in here. You know, early on here we do some fictional units, but the beauty about that is you guys get to pick your own books. We only do 1 class novel in freshman English. So the rest of the time, you're choosing what you read. Whether it be a fictional unit, or even now we're doing informational text, you guys get to choose the topic of the articles you find. And so I kind of help kids learn how to search and find those articles that fit their topics.
Then we're here representing CTE as Career and Technical Education. So I've seen some of you on the 8th grade floor. We've talked about what do you want to do in your future? What is your career? What matches with you? We worked on the program called Zello to try to match you up with a career. So, and we talked about the importance of thinking about that early, so when you get to the high school, those classes start counting, and then it starts going towards your future. So guess what? You made it here. Welcome to Sturgis High School, and we've got some options to talk about in the future for classes.
So yes, I'm Jennifer Yesh with CTE. So what my main purpose here tonight is to talk to you guys about the opportunities that are going to come your way when you are junior and seniors. So you're probably wondering, well then why are you talking to me right now? Well, because as freshmen, you need to make sure that if you hear something, or in your packets we have our CTE booklet, if you see something that interests you your junior year, you'll want to make sure that your freshman and sophomore classes align up. That way you are able to take that CTE class your junior and your senior year. So now you're probably wondering, okay, what classes are offered? So in CTE we offer marketing, manufacturing, and CAD. Those are here at the high school. And then off campus, we have automotive, welding, cybersecurity and networking, coding and gaming, agri-science, health science. We have Teacher Academy coming this fall. We have HVAC, electrical and plumbing coming this fall, and we have construction trades. So you can see a vast variety of opportunities that will be available to you your junior and your senior year. But one thing I can't stress enough is if you see something or you heard something tonight, maybe a family member's a nurse and you're like, yep, I want to be a nurse. You want to make sure that your schedule for your freshman and sophomore year are all aligned. That way you can take those classes come your junior and senior year. What's also nice about the CTE programs is all of our programs align with college credit through Glen Oaks. So not only will your student earn high school credit, but they'll also earn college credit while they're with us those 2 years. How it works is half their day will be CTE, whether it be in the morning or in the afternoon, depending on what program that they sign up for.
To the science wing, my name is Lance Goodlock. I'm the science department chair. I also teach freshman physical science and I teach forensic science. But anyway, what you really want to know, what is the plan? What does my student take while they're at Sturgis High School in science? The state of Michigan and the school board of education has said they have to have 3 total credits in science, which means they have to have 3 years of science. the school board and the state have then gone on to say, one of those credits need to be in biology, one of those credits need to be in chemistry or physics, and then they need to have an additional science credit. So they need to take science for 3 years while they are with us. So what's going to happen? As a freshman, almost all of our students take physical science. Physical science is an introduction to chemistry and physics. This semester, our freshmen are doing physics, and what they are doing is they are applying all of the physics ideas to driving the roads. So our students create these cool little clay figures, and then what they do, once they created their figures, we put them in these cool little green low friction carts, and they run them down an inclined plane and crash them into a wall. What we have the students do, we encourage them to design seatbelts, they design chairs, we talk about airbags, we talk about crumple zones, we talk about all the different safety features in a car. We apply the science, the physics to it, and for their final exam or part of their final exam, the students are given a raw egg, they're given a cart, and they're told to design safety features so when your raw egg rolls down the cart and it hits a wall, it does not break. The student who can get their inclined plane up the highest to create the most speed or velocity for their car wins the prize. Somebody says, what's the prize? It's bragging rights that you have the safest egg car. That's all they get. Anyway, so as a freshman, they will take physical science. The other thing they will do as a sophomore or a 10th grader, our students will take biology. Here at Sturgis High School, we offer 2 different levels of biology. We have regular bio, which is for those students who are going on to college or those students who are really good students. We encourage them to take biology. If they're not a really strong student or they're not sure what they want to do, then we encourage them to take essentials of biology. They cover pretty much the same topics, just at a different pace and at a different depth. One of the students earlier said, talk to us about labs, Mr. Goodlock. In physical science, the students do a lab almost every week that helps them understand or clarify the concept we talked about. In biology, it's pretty similar. They will do a lab almost every week. We also have a pond. The school owns the pond back there, and I know in biology the students go back to the pond once or twice a year to talk about the environment and other issues like that. So then, their junior year, we encourage the students to take chemistry or physics. Remember, they needed a whole year of that. So those are their options, or they can take a couple of our electives. Our electives are over here right now. Just to give you an idea, one of the electives is anatomy and phys. Anatomy and physiology is the study of the human body and how it works. The other elective is being promoted by our dead guy, Phil. And Phil is all about forensic science. Forensic science is crime scene investigation. The students study blood spatter and fingerprints and handwriting and all those things. And poor Phil gets killed off 3 times every semester, and it is the student's job to figure out, by collecting the evidence, who killed Phil. So that's where our students are. That's kind of how they get all of the requirements. However, their senior year, depending on where the students are at, they can also take some of our advanced placement classes. We have AP Biology, we have AP Chemistry, and AP Physics. That's what science looks like at Sturgis High School.
I am Ms. Arsenault, and I'm 50% of the art department.
I'm Mr. Ertz. I'm half of the art department. Ms. Arsenault is the other half. Together we teach, I think it's 10 different classes.
Over here I teach drawing, painting, sculpture, art appreciation, textiles and crafts, which is like weaving and basketry and some other things.
We also have an art survey class, which is a little bit of everything. And we have, in here we have jewelry, ceramics, photography, and video. So it's like anything that you're kind of interested in, there's going to be a class for you, and there's no experience that's expected. You're expected to come in just willing to try.
So we've got a lot of class offerings, and they also count as foreign language credits. So it's a great way for students to get their second language credit if they only want to take a year of foreign language.
This class is where we learn jewelry. We learn it with some of the basic skills, and then we add a pretty big skill. It's soldering with a torch. And it's like, so we have a torch and you're sitting there and connecting metal and the metal melts and joins together with solder. And it's like, oh, it's kind of cool the first time. And then you kind of hone your skill with it and learn not to oxidize the metal. Then we learn about sizing a ring. So we can make a ring out of sheet metal, size it with a design to the right length, solder it together. We do some fun little projects with a little earring project, and we also do lost wax casting, where anything that you sculpt in wax will end up being turned into metal. So it's a neat part there. Then we also introduced some glass into the class as well. Over here we have ceramics. We have a little, so we have hand building techniques that we learn in ceramics. So we learn a pinch project, pinch pot, coil built. So if you've ever done the little rolling out snakes with Play-Doh and joining them together, and that's a coil built. And then we do some work with slab, and we also work on the wheel. So between those projects and the wheel, and we do about 7 or 8 different projects throughout the semester, depending on that length of the semester, if it's fall or spring. So we do some fun stuff there. Our last project's a really cool one that we do half inside and half outside, where we fire it in the electric kiln and we take it outside, put it in sawdust, and it burns the sawdust, and through a reduction process it brings metals to the surface of the glass. And it's a raku project, and it's really interesting.
So, starting next year, we're also going to be incorporating more printmaking into our curriculum, and so that's like the little project that I pulled out today, because I thought it'd be super fun. Like, why not get into it now, right?
I also teach the photography class. These are some fun projects where the kids were layering different imagery together to kind of pose different ideas. The other class that I teach is also a video class where we do the daily announcements. And so we do all the daily announcements every day. And it's not like a weekly production. We do it every day. It's not just a junior, senior class, which it's always been tied to. You can take any art class at any time.
My name is Andy Hatt. I'm the athletic director and one of the 2 dean of students here at the high school. Please don't hesitate to email me, call me if you ever have questions about Sturgis athletics. My goal is to just be here and help in any way that I can. So the first thing I want to talk about is our free physical. So we have this Saturday, May 1st, an opportunity for a free physical for all students that are currently in 5th through 11th grade. And I came here from Bronson. I taught in Bronson for 7 years prior to coming here. And this, I thought, was the coolest thing about coming to Sturgis, was that we offered this opportunity. So the reason we do it on the first weekend in May every year, because that's the first weekend after the MHSAA deadline. So if you get a free physical this Saturday, it lasts for the entire school year next year. So if you decide to play a sport in fall, winter, spring, doesn't matter. If you get a free physical this Saturday, it's good for all of next school year. Secondly, opportunities. We have 20 varsity teams at Sturgis High School, and we offer everything from bowling, tennis, volleyball, wrestling, swimming and diving, basketball, softball, baseball. We offer a ton of opportunities to get involved. And I would challenge you to really, truly consider joining a sports team. And one of the reasons I firmly believe it's a good thing is athletes tend to be stronger students, in my opinion, based on my history. And part of that reason is coaches, athletic director are involved in keeping an eye on their grades. So the other thing that I think is huge is built-in friendships. As an incoming freshman, especially if you play a fall sport, your practices start prior to the school year. Matt runs cross country, and we don't do a fall sport, right? But if you're a girl, if you're a swimmer, are you cross country? Soccer? No? So there's a ton of opportunities that you can get 2-3 weeks of practice in prior to starting the school year. And when you walk in that first day, when you're lost, and you're going to be lost, and that's okay, it's much easier to go up to a person that you know from practice and say, hey, can you tell me where this class is? Than a total random stranger or a teacher that you don't know. So I think that there are just an amazing amount of benefits in Sturgis athletics.
And I'm Mari Campbell, another guidance counselor at the high school.
Today we were over at the middle school and we scheduled with your child if they were at school today. If not, we'll be back Thursday and Friday to catch them. But we talked to them about their elective choices. Just like the middle school, we run 6 hours a day. So they have their 4 core classes and then they're going to pick 2 electives. One of those may be band, orchestra, or choir. The other one that for their diploma is PE and health. So they have to have PE and health for their diploma, so we try to push them in that direction also. We have intro to trades, we have art classes, home ec classes, but foreign language is another big one, so.
Okay, with foreign language, if you grow up in a household that speaks Spanish, we are gonna come over to the middle school on Friday, and you're gonna be able to take the Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 exam. And if you score at a 77.5%, you can earn the high school credit for Spanish 1. And if you earn a 77.5% on the Spanish 2 exam, you can earn high school credit for that class as well. That's called testing out. So for our kids that are growing up in Spanish-speaking households, on Friday, you're going to have the opportunity to test out. Other students, including our Spanish-speaking household students, you all have the opportunity to test out of other classes as well. But that opportunity is going to be on June 8th. That's the Monday after you get out of school. Those test out opportunities you have to sign up for. The middle school will receive information about how you sign up a little bit later in May. So you're going to want to be paying attention to that information that you will get over at the middle school. Testing out is an option. You don't have to do it, but you can if you want to try. You can test out a health, PE, English 9, algebra, any course you want. If you attempt the test out and you don't receive the 77.5%, the worst thing that happens is you take the class. But if you do get the 77.5%, you get the credit and you move on to the next course. So if you get the 77.5, let's say on US history, then you move to world history. Or if you get it on the Algebra 1, then you move to geometry. And the benefit of that is, as you move into your sophomore and your junior year, it opens up spots in your schedule where you can fit in things like CTE, dual enrollment credits through Glen Oaks College, and we pay for those dual enrollment credits. Or it just opens up other room in your schedule for other electives that you might have more interest in.
So there are questions that we have. If we have any distance learners out there, I will be able to help you answer those questions that you might have, but we're going to schedule you guys next week. Don't worry if your child was absent today. It all goes in at the same time for Power School, and that Power School creates a master schedule based on request. It's not a perfect system, so in mid-August, when you get your schedule, it might not have a perfect, exactly what you wanted, when you wanted it, with the teacher that you wanted. We don't get to pick any of that stuff. But what we do is we go through and say, hey, this class didn't fit for this student, let's call them or email them, and they need to fill that class with, fill that spot with another class. So we may be getting a hold of you guys in August for that. But what I want you guys to do is, really as freshmen, this is your time to build a baseline. Attend school every day, build up your GPA, pass your classes, because as you get to be a junior and senior, you have opportunities open up for you like CTE, like taking college classes, and really you've got to build that baseline, that foundation your freshman year so that you can take care of those and get those opportunities. I really, really would encourage you to at least join one club or one athletic team. You will be so surprised at the kids that you meet, because now you're in class, you have school with mostly with your classmates that you've been going to school with, and then now you can meet upperclassmen and find out you guys have a lot in common with them and meet new people. And really, this is a really great school. There's a lot of opportunities, but you need to get involved.
Getting involved is going to help make a big school seem smaller. And your elective classes, when you get involved in the band, orchestra, choir, or the art classes, the wood shop, metal shop, the home ec classes, those are going to be mixed. They're not just going to all be freshmen. You're going to be mixed in with 9th, 10th, 11th grade, and maybe even some seniors. So you're going to be able to make friends with lots of different kids. And so as you join Key Club or you join a sports team, you're going to get exposed to a lot of different kids, and you're going to make the big school smaller. It's also going to give you a reason to come to school. Attendance daily is going to help make school easier. Doing the work in the classes is going to make school easier. The guidance office is where you can come anytime you have a question. Parents, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You know, if you've got a question, you're not understanding something, shoot us an email, give us a call. Students, you have a question, you don't understand something, you don't know how to get involved in something, or you heard something, you're like, well, I don't know what Key Club is. Stop in, ask us. Okay? Don't wait until your sophomore year. Branch out now. High school is going to go fast, but you can have a lot of fun. The more involved you are, the more fun you are going to have.